What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of A Spark Ignited. I am your host, Danielle Nicole, and I'm so excited you guys decided to join me today. Now, today we're going to discuss something that I feel like a lot of us can get caught up in, and that is the trap of becoming. Now, what I mean by that is that sometimes, especially in entrepreneurship, we feel we have to become a certain person to be successful at whatever it is that we're trying to create and build. And here's the thing. When we're always trying to become something, unlock a new version of ourselves, become more of this, become more of that, we simply just forget to just be sometimes. And we get caught up in trying to create this perfect bubble, this life of perfection that doesn't exist, when we really just need to just reel it all in and just be our authentic selves. So if that's something that resonates with you, which I'm pretty sure it does, stay tuned and let's dive in a little bit deeper. Welcome to A Spark Ignited. I'm your host, Danielle Nicole Ramsey, here to help you light up your life with inspiration, real talk, and a whole lot of fun. It's time to ignite the spark within you and dive into the stories and wisdom that'll keep you moving forward. Let's make some magic happen. Now, in my own life, especially over this past year, starting my business, running my business, going on tour with Barnes & Noble, 8 cities because we put 2 cities off for spring, trying to be the best coach, trying to be the best leader, trying to be the best speaker, literally trying to become the best everything that I can. I realized I got sucked into this cycle of just wanting to become, and I was simply forgetting to just be Danielle, and that really took its toll on me because I felt like no matter what I did, everything I was doing just wasn't enough. And that is the furthest thing from the truth because I know that I was putting my best foot forward every day. The people I work alongside them know that I was putting my best foot forward every day. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. There's nothing wrong with becoming the best version of yourselves as long as you remember to just be in the present moments while you're becoming the best version of yourself. So we live in a world that's constantly always encouraging us to level up, to become more, to be more, all the things, right? And I understand that because if we're not having that constant encouragement in our ear, will we really go and strive to be our best selves? But there's a balance to everything, you guys, because if we're constantly chasing the next level, we don't take the time to really appreciate who and where we are in the present moment. And that's something that we don't want to miss out on. When you sit and really think about it, we're rushing against this imaginary perfect self-image that we've created in our head that we're never going to reach because perfection simply does not exist. Progress exists. Perfection, however, does not. I remember when I started my business back in January and I was just like, okay, Danielle, this is it, girl. Like, you cannot mess up. You got to do the damn thing, right? No, that is the furthest thing that has happened over these last 10, 11 months. My God, there's a whole nother podcast to even just talk about when it comes to all the things that I've learned, the ups, the downs, everything in between. But I was just like, okay, every time I felt like I was doing good and I was doing great and things were, going according to plan, I would just keep raising the bar, but then I will raise the bar again and then reach that level, raise it again. And it's like, okay, I stopped reaching the bar that I set. And so it started to make me feel like I was failing and I wasn't doing as good as I was. And you guys, it's a trap when we do that, like constantly challenging ourselves in a way that is seemingly impossible. We have to create goals and boundaries and standards that are possible. Like, I'm not saying anything's impossible. I'm just saying that I don't want us to put so much on ourselves that when we're trying to reach a certain goal, it's because maybe we set the bar too high in that moment, in that time frame, in that season. And I know that that's something that I was doing. And then, of course, God set me down because he saw that I was doing that and said, okay, Danielle, your hands on the wheel again. Allow me to guide you the way that I said I was going to. And I did have to sit myself down because I do have the tendency to take over, take charge, and want to be in control of how everything goes, looks, feels, sound, everything. It's a work in progress that I've been working on this past year actively. But I have recognized it, and with me recognizing it, I'm changing it because I don't want to put that pressure on myself to become this person that I'll never become. The only thing that I know that I can become is someone that is doing her best every single day, putting one foot in front of the other and just striving to progress every day. Not this perfect image that I don't know will ever leave my head, but I know it's never going to happen. Now for me, I can't speak for everyone, but I believe that trap for me comes from a place of feeling like my self-worth is validated off what I accomplish. And I've had this thought in my head for as long as I can remember, as if the more accolades that I achieve and the more goals that I crush, I'm somehow this person that is just on top of the world because I've done these things. But to be honest with you guys, and to be honest with myself, because this is a note to self as well, who I am at the very core of my being does not need validation by the things that I accomplish. It simply is validated by being the person that I am. Because not only is being enough, it really is just enough. Like, we are enough. Like, it's okay, you know? And I'm sitting here being very, very vulnerable and speaking some really, deep truths to you guys, because I know I cannot be the only person that, struggles with feeling like I need to do certain things and become a certain person to feel of important in my life, or important to other people, or, just have this look about my life that feels validated because of all the things I'm doing. It is a work in progress. And I don't even know where I got that from. I didn't grow up with parents telling me that I need to do this and do that to be successful. It was always taught, to be a great person and to treat people the way that I treat myself, the way I want to be treated, I treat them. And, that was really the core of, the foundational standards that I grew up with. Never do this, become that, and then you'll be somebody. I was always told that I am someone as I am, so, but that could just be my own thing, just my own little thing that I just had, created in my head years ago. Like, if you do this, you become that, you get this, you get that, girl, you somebody, and as great as it is to accomplish your goals, because I'm not going to take that away from me or anyone else, it does not define who we are to our core, or at least it shouldn't, so if that's something that you're struggling with, like I was, is, let's just make a promise to ourselves that we are no longer going to have the things that we accomplish, our accolades and our awards and our degrees and diplomas and certifications, validate who we are. But how we treat people, our character, our integrity, how loyal we are to our friends and family, those things are the things that matter. We really are defined by those characteristics. Those are things that we've done. Our characteristics are who we are. Okay, so now that I've talked to you about why it's so important to just stop trying to become, and to just be, what does it mean to actually just be, right? Well, to me, it just means to take a step back from the hustle and grind of it all, and to just allow yourself to just enjoy and bask in the moment that you're already in. Because literally, ask yourself this question: what if I'm already complete? What if I don't need to continue to strive and hustle and, do the daily grind, and my life pretty much is pretty great as it is right now? What if, maybe that's a question you can ask yourself. Maybe you are just caught into the mundane of the grind and the hustle grind life and all those types of things because it's constantly in our face. But literally ask yourself, what am I striving for, and why am I striving for it? You never know. And really try to just enjoy like the simplicity that life brings, like a rainy day. it's a rainy day today. And Lord knows I love a rainy day. My daughter will tell you, oh my God, Mom, I know you say it every time it happens. And the reason why I voice it so much is because there are very few far and in between. So when a rainy day happens, I'm really excited because it brings me so much peace. It makes me just want to sit down. I have my most productive days on rainy days. And I don't know, the solitude that I get from just wanting to be one with myself. When it's like a kind of gray day, I just get really excited about that because sunshine makes me want to go out there and hang out and be out. But when it's raining and I hear the wind and the sound and the raindrops on my window, that's perfection to me, you guys. So whatever it is that you enjoy that brings simplicity to your life, but it makes you feel so great, bask in that. Just be in that moment. Okay, so a few ways that you can break the cycle of feeling like you always have to become. Sorry, I'm just making sure I'm good here. But because when you're becoming, you're pretty much always on the go. You're always doing something. It's always something to be done, this, that, and the other, right? Allow yourself to have a few moments out the day where you just practice moments of stillness. And it doesn't have to be meditation if that's something that you're not comfortable with. You could simply just allow yourself 3 to 5 minutes every single day just to do nothing. Okay? That's important. It's important to allow ourselves to breathe and to just be calm and just to really just be in the present moment, because the hustle and bustle of the daily grind is no joke. I would highly advise, if you aren't doing this already, to give yourself at least 3 to 5 minutes, if not more, to just sit and do nothing. And I mean nothing. Don't even have your phone in your hand. Okay? So yeah, really take that into account, because becoming this version that we have in our head constantly has us on the go. Also, something that you can do is learn to celebrate small wins, because let's face it, whenever we are always trying to unlock a new level in life and become a better version and become this and that, the things that we discussed prior, we rarely celebrate our small wins or our wins in general, because we're so busy trying to go to the next level, the next phase, the next chapter, the next this, the next that we just completely ignore the fact that we're already probably living in something that we once wanted, prayed for, couldn't wait for. Celebrate where you are. And when you're celebrating where you are, it's going to allow you to be more present in the moment that you're currently in. So today, here's my challenge to you. Don't worry about becoming anything. Just take a few minutes, take a deep breath, and be still. And know that just being who you are is enough. Now, I know that this is a struggle, and it is a challenge for me still to this day. And who knows, it may be a challenge for a little while to come. But I know that I'm going to actively try my best to not always strive for this perfect version of myself that I've created in my head, because it's annoying, if anything. But it's just unattainable at the just sole purpose of this whole topic, you guys. It's unattainable to become this perfect version of ourselves that we're never going to reach. But we can always constantly strive to continue to progress every single day. So you guys, work at it each and every day. Rome wasn't built in a day, and things just don't change overnight. So if it's something that you want to work on, be intentional about it, and I promise you, it's going to feel like a load is lifted off of you, because it comes with so much pressure trying to become something. Okay? Be who you naturally are. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in with me today. I have so much fun coming back to you guys. I'm so excited. We're in season 2 and we're just spilling all the things, you guys. All I want to do is just help in any way that I can. All right, you guys, you can get this episode every Tuesday wherever you get your podcast, and on Wednesday for the visual on YouTube. All right, you guys, I'll see you next week. Bye. Thank you for tuning into A Spark Ignited. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs inspiration. Remember, the spark you need is already within you. Keep fanning the flame. Until next time, take care and stay inspired.